Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This time we're bringing you some Batman action, taking a break from the Michael Myers madness and taking it back to my roots. A human flying rodent who fights crime. Hot Toys 1/6 scale Arkham Knight Batman figure. He really is best left standing as upright as possible. Very much another Iron Spider kind of situation here. The same, very similar material used here on the suit. But anyway, I'm going to see what I can get out of him pose-wise for this video. I've got all the accessories here, plus an extra bonus head sculpt I got from 16kit.com. You don't get that with the Hot Toys figure, you have to get it separately. Also, I have the Futura version over here because I wanted to borrow bits, but I don't know if I'll be doing that. I'm going to just keep it stock, I think. He has a stock cape, that's not a custom one. Let's get to it, see what I can come up with. Video dedicated to Whit Reese. Hey Whit, hope you enjoy it, man, and I hope you get some inspiration for your own figure. Let's get on with this. Whit, I hope you enjoy it, buddy. Let's get started. Alright, something really simple to start off with, very much on the kind of don't stress me out side of things, as in let's find a pose that doesn't stress out the suit, which is going to be very difficult for this piece because, I mean, pretty much any kind of articulation with this guy is a risk in the long run. The suit is pretty tough though. I think the suit can take it, to be honest, and he does get quite scratched up and ripped in the course of the story in the game. And even when he first gets this suit on him, it's not exactly pristine. There are a few scuffs and scratches about the place, but this pose, you know, arms are straight. He's just holding on to his batarang there, and the head is looking upwards. I'm thinking if you had him in a detolf, maybe in the middle or the, not the bottom shelf, because I hate the bottom shelves on detolfs. It's one of the reasons I don't really bother with them. Too low down for me. But if you did have him displayed lower than eye level, a pose like this, as simple as it is, does convey a good, strong, heroic sense of purpose. He's spotted the bat symbol in the sky, and he's about to go take care of that bat business. Anyway, there you go. I think that looks cool. Like I said, that's one of the don't stress me out poses. I don't know, Whit, this may not be the most entertaining video. I just sat here for ages trying to find some kind of pose for him to hold on to his little blast bomb thingy, whatever that is, little ice stuff. I did have him with his arm raised up like he was going to throw it, but no one's going to pose him like that and leave him on display. It's way too risky for the suit. So that's about as interesting as it gets. I'm going to definitely have to incorporate some other characters like Catwoman or the Joker beside him here, just to kind of give it some life, because he's such a lifeless piece when it comes to movability. The friggin' craftsmanship here and the paintwork and the materials used are all really good. Maybe debatable about this section. That shouldn't be as shiny as that, I don't think. Mind you, I do have, you know, my light shining right at him right now. But it's a great looking piece, but it's certainly not a fun one to pose, and it's bringing back memories from the original review. Obviously, that's a lot more in depth than this video. This is just a little repose session, coming back to an older figure and trying to get something out of it for display. But the actual in-depth review covers all the detail of, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But there he is, holding on to that thing there. Let's move on to something hopefully a bit more interesting. Alright, I've been trying my butt off to get him to hold on to this gun thing, whatever it is, with two hands. Did not want to do it. The wrist pegs keep coming straight out. Can't even get it to balance in there. So put in some blue tack. We're going to see if that will help us achieve this cool idea I have for a pose. Okay, awesomeness has been achieved thanks to our best friend in the 1/6 community, blue tack. Yes. So yeah, stuffed the wrist pegs, or area where the wrist peg goes into, with blue tack, and then just jam those wrist pegs on the hands in there, and that's holding everything in place nicely. And we've ended up with this really cool pose, which otherwise I definitely would not be able to do. The hands would just not stay in. They wouldn't even begin to stay in. They were just dropping off straight away. Very frustrating, but yeah, that's how that looks. Now, his arms are always going to have this kind of crease and wrinkle. Even when they're straight down, you still get a crease and a wrinkle in there. And like I said, this material is pretty tough. It's going to get permanent creases, but in an area like the you know, the inner arm there where the elbow would be, you know, the inside. What's that bit called? I know that's your elbow, but what's the other side? The inner elbow. That bit. Forget about it. But that looks awesome, and I could quite happily leave him like that on display. Mr. Whit Reese, what say you, sir? Do you think that looks tasty, or do you think it looks vile? Of course it doesn't look vile. It looks way too scrumptious to be vile. Let me just Come around here on the side. Hit it from underneath. Epic angle. Alright. From the side again. From above. Ooh. That's nasty. Same thing again, but just turned him the other way and just trying it from a different angle. And that's always another option if you find a cool pose. You want to change it up, but you don't want to really risk losing the cool pose you had him in. Just turn him the other way. Turn his head. Get it from a different angle. Looks pretty cool. Not as good as it did the first time, I think, but still a very cool little look for him here. Hit it from above. Looks good. I mean, that's probably the best we're going to get out of this video, to be honest. I don't see a better pose, you know, with him going solo like this. I don't see a better one coming along, but once we team him up with Catwoman or Joker, I think that'll spice things up quite nicely. Alright, there they are, the cat and the bat, and I think that looks absolutely awesome. So like I said before, if you've got a figure like Batman here who doesn't really pose the best, then take another figure, just someone that is meant to be beside him. Catwoman makes perfect sense, and the Joker would make perfect sense too, but with the Joker you'd want him to look a bit more apprehended, you know, like he was being brought into justice, or, you know, police station, Gotham City, you know, jail, whatever, Arkham Asylum. So you'd kind of have the Joker in front of Batman like Catwoman is here, but maybe have the Joker in handcuffs and have Batman kind of behind him, with maybe Batman's palm just kind of, you know, you wouldn't really be able to get him to do that with this figure. His hand is never going to turn up like that, but you can make it look like he's just shoving the Joker from behind, like, come on, move along, you know, let's get your ass back in the cell. Whereas with Catwoman, she's not being taken to prison in this instance. In fact, I think they're married now in the comics. I think they got married, so do love Catwoman. I did just order the Detectives Comics special edition, the one that Adam Hughes did the cover for. Beautiful image of Selena Kyle on the front of that. Very expensive because I had to get it from America. It's not out yet, but I am currently trying to, going off subject a little bit here, but I'm trying to get the frames all bought and paid for the comic book display that used to be up above the figures here. Really miss that, and it's bare at the moment because I've been trying to save up for the frames. I need to get each one individually framed. About 18 comics, so I'm going to be bringing that to you soon, but I really can't wait to have my Catwoman comics back on display again. I've got all the best Adam Hughes covers that he did, so just love the character. Love what he did with the character, with his artwork. Really, really awesome. Anyway, there they are together, looking absolutely scrumptious. I would be quite happy to display them like that on the shelf, but it just doesn't really work for the setup that I currently have for all the Batman figures. But that does look incredible. It does only serve to enhance the Arkham Knight figure. Again, a prime example, Batman's not doing anything, he's just standing there. It's a totally safe pose for his suit, but because Catwoman is there right beside him, it just looks epic. So if you do have yourself a Catwoman, that is definitely a good option for you. What am I listening to when I'm reposing my figures? Well, I'm listening to this at the moment. Lateralis by 2 I've been listening to that every day for about 10 years, to be fair. Longer than that. Or Massive Attack, Mezzanine. Yeah, can't go wrong with that one. Ooh, Tool, again. Anima. Yeah, that's the big daddy right there. If you want to get your creative juices going, come up with poses that you wouldn't usually be able to come up with, then you need to have something like this. Lateralis by Tool. Alright, so wrapping this video up, because there really isn't too much I can do with the Batman figure, to be honest with you. He is capable of doing a few poses, but it's a bit of a high risk situation. And seeing as I'm not 100% sure whether I'll keep this guy long term, do have the Arkham City version of Kevin Conroy's Batman by Hot Toys, and like I said before, the Futura version at the back there. So I, you know, due to the lack of posability and the lack of fun with the Arkham Knight Batman, I do wonder sometimes whether or not he will remain in the collection, you know, in many years to come. We'll see. But wrapping up the video, I hope you've enjoyed it, Whit Reese. This was a request from Whit, and like I said, he wanted to try and get some inspiration for poses for his Batman figure. So I don't know if I've managed to give Whit the goods on this one. Like I said, it's a bit of a tricky one to pose, but here is the Joker with Batman. A great addition. It really does, like I said before, bring life to the otherwise lifeless piece. You know, you just have Batman standing beside or standing behind the Joker, and he's kind of shoving him forward, and that makes for an awesome display, you know, on your shelf or your detolf or whatever you got going on. But yeah, I will more than likely bring you guys some DC action, seeing as I have this gorgeous backdrop here. I'm going to leave it set up and get some other DC characters and do some photography and video footage and stuff, and bring you a little bit of a DC special very soon. But anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed this, and again, massive shout out to Whit Reese, and I hope you enjoyed it, buddy. Hope you're doing well, and thanks for watching, everyone. Subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notifications on all the videos. Check me out on Facebook at DKnight333, Instagram at DKnight333, and check me out on Patreon if you want to help the channel keep tooting along. Appreciate and love all you guys for all your support. Thanks for watching, people. I'll see you real soon. Bye bye.